Create and review billing slips. For attorneys that bill hourly for their time, the PIP has a complete suite of tools to help attorneys and staff members bill quickly and efficiently. The PIP streamlines the billing process by providing ways to enter billing slips in automated ways that save time. There are also features for filtering billing slips based on date range, billing status, and billing type. In addition, there are reports for reviewing billing slips for the specific cases and staff members. It is also important to note that the PIP has a billing rate hierarchy feature. This feature is always active, and the default rate used when creating billing slips is determined by which rate fields have values entered. However, note that the default rate entered can always be overwritten manually when creating or editing a billing slip. Please find on your screen the billing rate hierarchy. It consists of the following rates, and the default rate is applied in order from number 1 to 4. For example, if there are values in all 4 rate fields, then the case rate will be used. Therefore, the rule is that the rate with the lowest number in our list is the rate that is entered by default when creating a new billing slip. Here are the locations where you can enter each of the rates in our list. To enter the case rate, navigate to the Case Detail module in the Personnel tab. To enter the Contact or Client rate, navigate to the Contact Detail module and find the field in the top portal. To enter the rate for the activity code, navigate to the Preferences module to the Value List tab, and in the Value List type field, select Task List. And then to enter the staff member rate, navigate to the Preferences module to the Staff Info tab, and select the staff member in the left portal and enter the billing rate in the right-hand side. Now let's start by adding a billing slip manually from the Time and Billing module. First, navigate to the Billing Slips tab. Make sure that you are currently viewing the case for which you want to enter a billing slip. If not, use the key combination Control-F on Windows or Command-F on Mac to enter Find mode. Type in all or part of the case name and hit the Enter button to find your case. Next, click on the Add Manual Billing Slip button in the bottom left of the portal. You will notice that the staff field will pre-populate with the initials of the user that is currently logged into the PIP system. If you need to change this field, click in the field and select another staff member's initials from the pop-up list. The date for the billing slip can be selected from the pop-up calendar, which defaults to today's date. You may navigate using the pop-up calendar, or you can click the backspace key on your keyboard and enter a date directly into the field. Next, select an activity code from the pop-up list. We have provided you with the default set of activity codes. However, you can add, edit, and delete codes in the Preferences module, which is covered in detail in the tutorial video regarding file notes. Enter a value in the Hours Quantity field. The entry in this field will depend on whether you are entering a cost or fee item. For fee-based items, enter the time spent based on tenths of an hour. For cost items, enter the quantity. In the Amount field, you may or may not see a default value entered, depending on whether any rates exist in the billing rate hierarchy described earlier in this video. If you do not see a value or you want to change the existing value, just click in the field and type in the desired value. If your fees are scaled based upon a markup percentage, enter the percentage here in the Markup field. Click Save to store your new billing slip record. When you return to the Billing Slips tab, your billing slip will be visible in the portal. The view of your billing slips in the portal can be controlled by a variety of filters. In the top left of your screen is the Date Range filter. The start and end dates for the date range can be set manually using the pull-down calendars. However, there are also 3 preset buttons below the date fields which set the date range. The Current button will set the date range to the current month. To be more specific, the start date will always be the first day of the current month, and the end date will always be set to the last day of the current month. The Last button will set the start and end dates to be the first and last days of the previous month. And the All button will search for all billing slips for the currently selected case and will set the start date to the date of the oldest billing slip and the end date to the date of the most recent billing slip. The status filter has 3 selections. Billed means that the billing slip has been included on an invoice. In the most common scenario, you will want to select unbilled, which will give you a list of billing slips that need to be invoiced. However, you can view both by selecting all. The staff member filter is self-explanatory, but please note the list of staff member initials will only display for staff members who have entered a billing slip in the currently selected case. As additional billing slips are entered by different staff members, their initials will populate automatically in this filter selection field. The bill type filter is the direct result of the billing slip conversion feature. This feature, which is proprietary to our PIP software, allows the conversion of calendar events, file notes, and cost items into billing slips with the click of a button. While you can enter billing slips manually, as we just did in our prior example, it is much more efficient to use the conversion feature. Let's take a look at this time-saving feature in detail. In the Time and Billing module, you will notice that there are tabs for calendar items, note items, and cost items. The items you see in each of these tabs were originally entered by you and your staff in other modules of the PIP. Specifically, calendar events were entered in the Case Detail module in the Calendar tab. Costs were entered in the Cost tab in that same module. And notes were entered in the Documentation module in the Case Notes tab. You must enter new calendar events, notes, and costs in these specific locations. New items cannot be entered through the Time and Billing module. However, you can edit these items from the Time and Billing module by simply mouse-clicking on the item. But wait, before you do that, we need you to understand that when you convert any of these items, you are actually creating a new billing slip record, which contains exactly the same information. Once the billing slip is created through the conversion process, you can edit the new billing slip without affecting the original item from which it was created. As an example, let's convert a file note into a billing slip. Navigate to the Note Items tab, and you will see a list of case notes that were originally entered in the Documentation module in the Case Notes tab. The notes listed in this portal are all highlighted in a specific color, which indicates that they have not been converted, and their status is pending. Click on the Create Billing button to convert the note item. The Create Billing Slip dialog box will appear, which displays the billing slip that has been created with the information from the note item. Edit the contents of the billing slip if necessary, and click Save. Now that the billing slip has been created, the note item color has changed, which indicates that the status has also changed to a charged item. If we navigate to the Billing Slips tab, we can see the new billing slip that was just created. Let's click on the billing slip to bring up the Edit dialog box. After making some changes to the description field, click on the Save button. Compare the contents of the billing slip to the contents of the original note item, which you can see remains unchanged. Note, the conversion of calendar items and cost items is performed in exactly the same way as the example we just completed with note items. Now that we have successfully entered new billing slips using both manual data entry and the billing slip conversion feature, we will explore the ways to review billing slips. To review billing slips for a specific case, use the Print function in the utility toolbar. This will generate a report for billing slips for the currently selected case. The report will be based on the filter selections on the Billing Slips tab, which were explained in detail earlier in this video. The report shows the totals for the time and amount for each staff member next to their name, and also displays a grand total at the very bottom. To review billing slips across all cases, the PIP also comes with predefined hourly billing reports, which are available in the Reports tab. There are 2 hourly billing reports. One is sorted by staff and date range and allows the user to select staff members through a checkbox interface. The other report is sorted by case and date range. In both reports, the user is allowed to set the date range and select between summary and detail report layouts. We have also included a special Find feature in the Time and Billing module. To search for billing slips that match a specific search criteria, click on the Find button in the utility toolbar. You will be presented with the search dialog box. You can search for billing slips based upon any or all of the fields in the billing slips search box. For example, enter a start date and an end date to search for file notes in a date range. To search for file notes for a particular staff member, choose their initials from the pop-up list in the staff field. When you have finished entering your search criteria, click on the Search button to perform your search. If billing slips exist which match your search criteria, the slips will appear in a report with the print palette.